So Nike is finally opening up the vault and re-releasing some highly coveted sneakers, and this is leaving a lot of people asking, is anything sacred anymore?
We'll also be taking a look at all the sneakers releasing this month and see if any are worthy of picking up.
All that and more in today's episode of Beyond Kicks podcast. Let me do that again. All that and more in today's episode of the Beyond Kicks podcast. Let's roll the intro.
You got to keep that in.
It's easy, man. All right. What's the word, Charlie?
Not a whole lot. Just currently I will be, as people are listening to this, I will be up north, up at my aunt and uncle's cabin, laying out on the water, hopefully with some nice weather, with beer in my hand, relaxing, unplugging for the weekend. So happy 4th to everybody.
Amen to that, dude. Nah, that'll be so nice. That'll be nice. We're just kind of hanging out around here this weekend, just doing a little pool party on the 4th, and then just relax, get some rest and relaxation in.
There you go. No, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. In the sneaker front, I got the next cleat for Bailey.
I saw on your private story those.
Yep.
Slick.
Pretty excited about that. And then I haven't said anything to the public, so I'm going to keep it on the DL. But I went and delivered them to him at about noon today. So he's got them in hand. I think he was playing with them or using them in the bullpen a little bit today. He's going to text me kind of how they fit and feel.
I'm curious with those. Pair. Yeah, it's a little out there. It's a little different. Yep. We'll see.
Yeah, so hopefully they work out. And then he's pitching Thursday, 4th of July. The only jerseys that these would work with are the Cream City Connect jerseys.
Okay.
So you can't rock cream, and the pitcher gets to pick the uniforms before the game typically, unless it's like a special occasion, which I didn't know about. So
I didn't either. Yeah.
Being the 4th of July, I don't know if they'll do. I don't think they'd do cream jerseys with being our colors, red, white, and blue. Basically,
that's fair.
So I think he'll probably rock the Grinches again on Thursday, and then they go on a road game. Would be his next time pitching, and then the following. After the All-Star break, he would be back pitching again. So it's going to be a bit until we see them. I don't think he'll break them out on the road because we don't wear those uniforms on the road. But
okay,
when it happens, it'll be sick. And then we got a couple. I got another pair getting cleated up now, and then I'm going to hunt for a couple more pairs here tonight. So
nice. Yeah, when he rocks them, everyone's going to know because that'll be all over the internet, dude. I'm excited to see it.
It definitely will be. So it'll be fun. So
super cool.
Got that going, and then just some new stuff. I got to film some Puma MBO3 Miami Cities, I think they're called. I got in from Champs.
Cool.
Some just regular GR stuff coming out. I just was ripping a pair of sweaty because it's super humid here right now. But I was just walking Kirk and was wearing a pair of Hokas. I bought some Hokas, so I'm excited to test those out. I like them; they're comfortable. So there's more to come on that. But
which makes sense. They're so popular, dude. Yeah, I've been wanting a pair of Hokas for a minute. I just can't decide which ones I want to try out and actually review. Same with On. So many cool pairs. I see them everywhere. Gotta do them justice. There's so many people wearing them, so there has to be something to them, right?
100%. Yeah. So I found a couple of just all white pairs on Kith. They were on sale. So I was like, all right, let me pull the trigger and just see what this is all about. So yeah, not too bad. What about you?
Now's the time. Let's see. Today I finally posted the eBay deal that I've been working on for, I guess, the past month or so. It was a long road, but we finally got here. So I'm just happy it's finally live and I don't have to think about it anymore. But I thought it was I
was impressed with it because after you've kind of developed this style that you have,
it's
hard to stray from that, especially on just reviews and stuff.
That's true.
Vlogs, which are completely 180 what the reviews are, but to incorporate the review style into an ad, I was pretty impressed with what you came up with.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it wasn't the original idea was a little different. There were going to be way more tiers to it. I was going to get a little more in depth on all the different shoes, show some different styles.
It always is never what you think it'll be.
I know, and they wanted it to be exactly a minute, which meant I had to, cut everything pretty short. And they have like some pretty strict guidelines where it's like if you show one shoe, you have to show another shoe and
Oh
like
yeah.
a one-to-one sort of like deal. So it made it a little more difficult because there were pairs that I wanted to be shown, but I couldn't show because it had to be it basically had to be one Nike, Adidas, and then whatever else.
Hmm.
So it was fun at the end of the day, and I thought the video turned out pretty well. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Fun to
There you go.
see.
Yeah, I liked it.
Outside of that, dude, I have just been relaxing, same as last week. Just kind of taking it all in and enjoying a little downtime. You would think that I would be making more content, but I have not. I have just kind of been,
Not the worst thing.
yeah. I mean, like it's hard. It's when you get in the move and the grit, the grind of it all. Like
Hmm.
getting out of it just needs some mental reset time, and that has been nice. But we're
Same here, man. I'm ready to go up north.
yeah.
Just
Oh, I can
relax.
imagine, dude.
Yeah, it's not even. I mean, because then I come back. We're both going to LA. I was just talking to Giancarlo about that. I'm gonna
Hmm.
throw together a little promo for him and the team. Then we're going to LA. We'll be there for the weekend or whatever. I think I'm gonna probably fly out Monday night is the plan. So we'll do an in-person pod there. We got that going, and then it's July. So there's just a ton of stuff going for everybody, and then
Seriously.
there's just stuff. So it'll be good to unplug.
Amen to that. You want to dive into some of these fun topics for today? There's a
Yeah, so there's a couple of big picture things, big themes going on. So the first one we're going to kind of cover is Nike is not doing so hot right now. Let me look up their stock currently. It had a huge plummet the other day. I think the
I saw
biggest
that.
drop ever from Nike. And I mean, nobody's buying Nikes as much as they were a few years ago. And so that's just that. I mean, if you look at some of these headlines here, let me share my screen.
Do it, yeah.
I mean, people are saying it's a good time to invest in it because it's low. Worst day on record, prompting CEO criticism. On Friday, the Nike stock plummeted 20% after their quarter sales saw a steep decline. So,
That's
with
crazy.
that being said, we've gotten rumors of a bunch of very coveted shoes potentially getting retroed. Spark some controversy.
Yeah. A lot of people had opinions on it, and most of them centered around is nothing sacred anymore? Why can't we just keep
Basically,
these as like grails that no one will ever get? And I'm
mm-hmm.
like, why shouldn't people be able to buy these? I don't understand it. Like, I get it that it was a limited release from how many years ago
Is
is
that
this?
the side you're on this?
Yeah. I'm just like, hey, dude, if the sneaker exists, why not just bring it back? Like, it doesn't have to be super sacred. Nike's just, they're not going to be making money off it. They made money one time, and now people are reselling these shoes for what, $20,000. So obviously they're still popular. So why not just bring them back and let people have a chance? That's where I'm at.
I'm a little different on it.
Fair.
I like the coveted nature of stuff. I think that's what makes sneakers sneakers. There's grails and then there's levels of grails. Like there's the new GR that just dropped. Let's say the Paris Jordan 4s. Great
Mm-hmm.
shoe, couple $100. It's a grail until you acquire it and then you wear it and then it's all right. Like it's a low level grail. And then there's
Yeah.
like off-white dunks or even like a pair of Kobe sixes or that $500, $600, $700 range, like Jordan 4 SBs. Like, all right, these are a couple of paychecks. Got to save up. Like, this is a grail. I'm not gonna wear them all the time. I'm gonna be taking care of them even more than the other pair. And then there's like a couple $1,000 grails. Like for me, it was my Jordan 1 Chicago 85s. Like, still haven't
Mm-hmm.
worn them. Paid about, I think it was 1950 on the dot for them, so like $2,000, ton of money. Whether you want to think that's responsible or not is up to you, but I really wanted the pair,
Fair.
and I don't think I'll ever sell them.
Yeah.
And then there's even crazier stuff like Louis Forces, like stuff that I will never acquire. That's between $3,000 and $10,000. And then there's stuff that is you see at SneakerCon, or you see in a collection, or you see in a YouTube video, like the $15,000 plus shoes, like a brand new pair of Air Mags, or a pair of undefeated Jordan 4s, or Wahlberger Jordan 4s, or Manila Jordan 4s, or Paris SBs that are like $80,000, or Wu-Tang Dunks. So I think that there's levels of it, and that's what makes it interesting. Is for me, there's always a level that I have not acquired yet. Like, as a collector, it's the same thing with cars. Like, there's levels to cars. Like, you can get your fun little drift car, but then you can also get a Bugatti. Like, there's always, like, when you play a game and you beat the game and you acquire everything, you don't play the game anymore. Like, it's over.
That's true.
Like Minecraft, there is really no end. Like, you can beat the Ender Dragon or whatever, but you can basically build whatever you want. It's a sandbox. Same with GTA. That's why it's been out for 15 years and we haven't had an updated version. Like, there's no end in sight. But like, when I play 2K and I build my guy to 99 overall,
you beat it,
and I score 100 points in a game, it's like it's over. Like, I'm all right. I'll wait till the next update or whatever. So that's my thinking on. That's my long tangent on. There's levels to it, and there's always another level, and there's levels that I'll never get to, but you can hope and dream and see them in hand and stuff like that. And Nike just said, screw it, supposedly, because we're getting some retros of some really current shoe, or some really rare shoes, like the undefeated Jordan 4 is one of them. Came out in 2005. Very, very rare. 72 pairs in total. Again,
I didn't know it was that limited. That's fascinating.
You never see these. You see stuff like the Travis Friends and Family 4s, or stuff like the undefeated 4s. Nobody really has them just because they're super, super limited.
And even if they do, they're not wearable because it's from 2005. So it's
unless you wore them. Yeah. I mean, you'd have to get a swap, or the bubbles toast and that side. Yeah. I mean, it's a display. And so my counter argument to your point of why not just dump them, I think going the route of coming out with a GR that looks very, very similar to these is the right route to go. Like the Cause 4s and the Paris 4s. Like the Lost and Founds and the Chicagos from 2016, or the 85, like stuff that we can wear and it's super similar looking. Instead of going to undefeated and saying, hey, we want to do the exact same shoe and do another one of it and up it and do 100,000 pairs, I think that's saying times are real tough because it's an easy seller.
And if I was undefeated, I'd be all there for it, because that just brings so much more traffic to their brand overall. Because when these dropped 20 years ago, dude, none of the people that are like into sneakers now were even aware that these came out. They've just always kind of been one of those pairs in the ether that 100%. It's like, oh, this exists. So it's kind of cool. I think it's really sick to just give people a chance. And in my opinion, this is, outside of it being limited or a collaboration or anything, the colorway is perfect. I think these are so beautiful. The color blocking is spot on. I love the hit of orange. The green looks great. I would love these.
Yeah, no, I would say, instead of doing, which we don't really know a ton of details on what's really going to happen. But if I was Nike and I was undefeated, I would say keep them. These had their moment. Let's do a collaboration again. Do a Jordan 4. Maybe it's super similar, but it's a different colorway and it's a little different, so that pair still has that exclusive ability, and it's still a grail, and it keeps that level in check. But talking about that, we got the Wu-Tang Dunks, which we can talk about too.
Wu-Tang. And I didn't know how limited these were either until I started looking into it. That's insane.
$19.99.
That's ridiculous. But
up to $50,000. It says Here's the notes that we're seeing on what are we on Hypebeast. After 25 years, Nike is preparing to re-release the fabled Wu-Tang Clan Dunk Highs. Only 36 pairs of the highly coveted collaboration were made available to the public, and those resale prices reached a hefty $50,000. Blah blah blah. We don't have official images. We got a leaked video from Nike Sportswear and Wu-Tang Clan.
That was a cool little ad they did, though.
I liked the ad. I thought it was cool. Yep.
Just the sneaker fully covered with bees flying around it. I was like, oh wait, this is kind of sick. But I mean, it's another one of those shoes that if I was Nike and bringing back some like highly coveted sneakers, I don't think this would be one that I would bring back, just because they've released the GR version of this, which is exactly the same. Just no Wu-Tang logo.
Yeah.
So, and those sat on shelves. So it's like, yeah, this one doesn't make sense to me. The Undefeateds make a little more sense, but I don't know.
This one doesn't make a sense to me. And I would say the same thing. Yellow and black Wu-Tangs. I guess we're probably going to get a very similar one based on that teaser that's already out. But do a different colorway. Do something a little different. Like, people are still going to eat it up. Like,
maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of stuff has been sitting. And if they did another colorway, everyone would just be like, oh my God, why didn't they just bring back the originals? And then they bring back the originals, and it's like,
I might just be very biased on this because I'm like, I don't know.
I know.
And maybe
it's hard to have
won't go as crazy, but
I'm curious to see how these would even perform if they brought them back, or when they do. Like, same with the Undefeateds. Like, sure, there's an audience.
These, but I don't think would do as good.
Yeah.
If they brought them back 1-to-1 spec of what they were.
I just don't see it. But I'm also just not the audience for this shoe. So
yeah. And then,
I'm just curious.
Yeah, following that, we have one more. Off-White, the Nike 10 collection. It'll be 10 years in 2027. So we're still 3 years out. 2017 is when they came out. According to Kicks Finder and Fit Dad AK, it's a crazy handle.
Yeah.
The coveted collaboration could be reissued in the celebration of the collection's 10-year anniversary. No official announcements have been made. Could be BS. We don't really know. Yeah, I mean, it's Off-White, Jordan 1 Chicago's. We got the Air Max 90s, the Vapor Maxes, the Hyper Dunk Highs, Prestos. This I'm not as disappointed with because it hasn't been 20 years since it came out. 1999 Wu-Tang's, early 2000 Undefeated, like these. And it's a little different too because the creator has passed on. Like, this is, and he wanted people to wear his shoes. Plus, if I had to build a collection from scratch and I could only pick 10 shoes, this would be the collection. If I was like, I'm dead serious.
This would be your 10 shoes in your collection?
Yes. And
that's crazy.
So yeah, that might be crazy. But I've always thought about, like, long-term collection, like what would be something that I would really want to achieve, and part of it content-wise. But this is like one collection that I think every pair in here is very cool in its own right. The black and white, black and sail Prestos, super cool pair, comfortable. The Hyper Dunks, I've always wanted a pair of those. Vapor Max, the Air Force Ones, we saw the Miami Dolphins coach wearing these this year, the Air Max, like every pair on here I really like. I'm a huge Virgil guy too. I think everything he did, from changing products 3% to wanting companies to make fakes of his shoes so that he can up his, like, everything. I was just such an admirer of his craft. So I think it would be a really cool collection to have.
I agree. Hot take.
These are unobtainable after he passed too. So, I mean, it's like,
which sucks. That's the one thing. Like, they're all so expensive, which I'm like, But there's only one sneaker out of the 10 that I would ever even consider.
The Converses. Let me get nope.
I forgot the Converse were even on this.
Yep. I would
kind of cool.
say your pick would be these bottom right. I can't think of the name of them.
I would actually, that may be my second, but my first one would be the Prestos all day.
Okay.
When
Yeah, those are
they,
like $2,000.
when
So
I first saw the photos of those, I was geeking. And then I found out how limited they were, and I was like, I'm never getting those. But I want them. I want those so bad. I tried for every color, couldn't get them. And I said, well, it is what it is. I even drove down to Amamaniere and had to enter the raffle for the white pair because they only did in-store raffles, and I still lost. I was very peeved. But yeah, I would be really excited to see them bring this back, even if it was like a different color palette, but all still the same 10. Like if they made the centerpiece the canary yellow ones and based everything else on that, I feel like would be really cool to do.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Right?
See, now you're falling in line with me, man. Switch it
I
up just a
know.
little bit.
I know. These I just don't. I mean, like some of them, sure, you can bring them back, but I'm just, I think they're all cool, but they all age like really weird. Like the oxidization.
That's the best part. That's
Yeah.
that's the best part in my opinion. The
Yeah.
yellowed pairs,
They look
I
so
love.
cool.
They look insane, and I think that's part of it's like patina on a shoe.
Yeah.
Like when you get a patinaed old Ford F100 square body, like, and it's all rusted up, but they did a complete new mod on it, and everything's clean. Like that would be super cool. But this, it's like a cool. It's the only shoe that I think shoes that look good yellowed because they were designed
100%.
to.
Dude, I was watching the Soul Brothers podcast this past week when they had, I think it was Leroy that showcased it, but he had the 97s in the bottom left, and he pulled out the pair just to like showcase it. And it was literally canary yellow. Like it looked like he dip dyed it. And he's like, I never did anything to these. I barely ever wear them, but this is how they turned out. And I thought they looked so cool. Like they just look so much better, in my opinion. The only one I don't like how it wears is the one. It looks gross.
You
If
don't
that
like
makes sense.
the Chicago?
No. I mean, like, I like the way it looks, but when you start to wear it and the toe box starts to like fray a little bit because it's just that like thin mesh material, it just looks
It looks
ratty.
really cool at the start, but it
does.
ages bad. The toe box does.
I've seen some pairs that people probably need to stop wearing every single day, and I'm like, those need a bath, bro. But yeah, if they
I was
redid
trying to find a
those,
picture of somebody posted a picture of this collection. If anyone's got a DM me because it's one of my favorite sneaker pictures. It's a guy has an entire collection and he like purposely aged them to be
that's
like
cool.
extra yellowed, and it looks sick. But they're all DS pairs, and he had them all laid out on the floor. It was really cool. I saw it a long time ago. But
out of the 10, which is your least favorite, if you have one?
Dude, I could make a case for every shoe on here to be gas.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard. For me, it's the Vapor Max, but I just don't like Vapor Max. That's the only reason.
I've never had a pair of Vapor Maxes. That's why I can't. Like, it's a toss-up between the Chucks, the Vapor Max, and the whatever these are.
I don't know what those are. I want those so bad, though. I think they're so cool. The runners. Yeah.
They just don't. My foot's too wide.
Makes sense.
Doesn't work for me. But
definitely makes sense.
Probably those. But like the Blazers are sweet. The 97s are sweet. The 90s are the Air Forces I've been really wanting to pair.
Yeah.
The Chicagos I like. I really, really like the Euro pair more. And I used to have a pair of the Euros, but I sold them.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't. Euros are gas, but
they are.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, interesting. I'm curious people's thoughts. I mean, now let's go into if you could retro one shoe to have, like out of any shoe ever, which would it be?
Dude, I was trying to think of that earlier. And I think there's two. One I talked about on, I think the last podcast or maybe the one before that, but the Huff Dunk Highs with the tie-dye on the side panel and toe box. I don't even remember what they were called, but I know it's like the Huff. Are you pulling up a photo? You look like you're focused on pulling up a photo.
I am pulling up a photo.
There you go. But these, dude, I just think they're so slick. And that
They're
like
not bad.
cracked
I
leather.
mean, they're not crazy expensive, are they?
I don't know. I just know when I looked at them, $4,500 on StockX.
What size are you? 10?
9.5 probably.
600 used pair.
That's not terrible. But always thought those were cool. But other than that, it'd be the Stussy Nike Dunk Low. Is it a SB? I think it's the SB, the pink and brown pair. Just always thought they look really slick, man.
They do. I love those too.
I just want to beat them up. That's all. Because those look so good broken in.
I agree. Yeah, these are gas.
But
hard to find a clean pair.
I know. And I've seen a few at sneaker events that are like fairly worn, and they're still pretty expensive. And I'm like, it just doesn't seem worth it to me right now. And those are 2005 too. Dang, that's crazy.
It's a pretty good price on that size 11.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's not bad. What about you? What do you think?
I got one.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Air Mags.
That's
what I pulled up a picture of. And not any Air Mag, but the self-lacing ones.
See, that would be so cool.
Auto lacing. Yeah, so there's a drastic difference in price. There's one pair of self-lacing for sale, and it's $117,000.
That's ridiculous. So how many, educate me on the Air Mags. How many are the mags? Because there's no air in the word. I got yelled at once for saying the Air Mags, but whatever.
I don't care. I have a pair, and I have Air Mags. So,
how many different times did they release these?
Twice.
Okay.
So from my understanding, there's 2011 pairs. Let me look. 2011 pairs, 2016 pairs. Whole bunch of different variations of them. 2011 pairs. It's the pair that I have, limited to 1,500 pairs. They were released through charity for the Michael J. Fox Foundation because he has Parkinson's, and it's to cure Parkinson's disease. They were going for $2,000-$3,000 when they first dropped. Now a brand new size 11 is $30,000. So wild. Those are pretty expensive. And then they redid them in 2016 with the new technology of auto lacing, which we've seen in the adapts and everything like that. Tinker Hatfield worked on that. It was a very big undertaking to get these to self-lace. Only 89 pairs released in 2016.
Dang.
Yeah, and these
that's my thing. They are ready, re-released them, so just re-release them again, and maybe just try something.
But they made them even more limited.
Yeah, like just, I don't know. I just don't like when stuff is that limited because it's like you're literally just making this a shoe that's going to resell for a lot of money, and that's going to be it. And it's like,
he's got his dogs out in the photos.
That's hilarious.
$1,000 shoe. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that makes me want to get these back out is because Nike has worked on their self-lacing technology a ton.
Exactly.
I mean, when we're looking at these mags, they've literally come out with the Adapt BB mags that self-lace. We've seen the Adapt BB 2s. We've seen the Jordan 11 self-lacing. I mean, like, they have the technology that's way more accessible now.
Yeah.
Do a $550 retail price. Do an $800 retail price like they did for the Jordan 11 BBs.
Yeah, why not? Because so many people just want these as a display shoe. You're not going to see that many people out there rocking these.
I would rock the hell out of these.
That's not surprising to me.
And this would be super cool to rock those.
It would. You're not wrong. But it's a cool display shoe. And there's so many people. The amount of people on I think it was the Nice Kicks post when they were like, what sneakers would you bring back? The amount of people that were like, mags. Like, yeah. It'd be sick.
Mags are a cool display piece. I actually have a pair on display in the
Yeah.
basement right now.
See, there you go.
Not to flex or anything.
You already know.
All right. Let's dive into some news. That was enough ranting and hating on Nike on my end. More Nigel. Jordan 4 RMs. I'm hyped. I love this. We've gone up and down, and now we're back up on this whole Jordan 4 RM. We super gassed up. Green pair. We're like, yes, this is sick. They finally did something unique. And then we saw the Jordan 4 RMs that were leaked, and they were super chunky, and they looked like Walmart shoes, and we're like, this is the ugliest piece of garbage I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
Now we have an official release date for the green pair. They're dropping on July 20th. And then Nigel posted another pair yesterday of the anthracites, and these look gas. Explain to the listeners what we're looking at.
Dude, these, I mean, it's essentially the same thing as the green pair, but it's all this, it looks like kind of an oiled nubuck base, I guess is what that would be. Little small Nike check on the toe that's red, black midsole or outsole, and then yeah, dude, it's just all over gray with the bike air on the back and white. And I think these look dope. Personally, I like the green pair better. But, dude, I mean, if you can't get the green or if you don't like green, these are great.
I like the green more, too. I'm just a huge fan of green, but these are sick, too.
It's an easier shoe to wear, too. It's just all gray. Yeah.
I need them both.
I'm going for both. I'm definitely going for the green pair, though. I'm actually really excited to possibly get a pair.
I'm going to pay resell. If the green pair is reselling, then I'm buying those because that pair is money.
What do you think they'll resell for? Its retail price is $150, which isn't not bad.
I think it'll be under $200.
I could see $250, like maxing. $300 is pushing it, in my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, especially with it being a new model and it's a collab, so everyone's going to automatically be more hyped about it because obviously just the silhouette looks better than the GR pairs, which look super bulky and gross in my opinion. But yeah, I need them. Shout out to Lil Yachty for giving us the early look too.
Is that who did this?
Yep. Props. But yeah, those are cool. Did you see this next one on the list? We got to look at the LeBron 21 Grandma's Couch. I don't know if you've looked into this much.
Oh, I've looked into it. You should see the comments on the Nice Kicks post.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to go back and look at this.
Nike and LeBron go F yourself, basically.
100%.
I mean, there's no way to put this lightly. This is a direct ripoff of the unheard of Grandma's Couch that came out last year that I'm a huge fan of. Yeah, this is a scumbag move. And I don't care if he doesn't even realize it. It's a scumbag move. It's literally called the Grandma's Couch. Looks the exact same. And then here from Unheard of.
It just makes no sense. Like, why can't they just come up with something original? Like, I get there's probably been
DNA,
other brands that have done sort of like a Grandma's Couch inspired sneaker. No. There has to be someone that's kind of done something like that.
Not flower embroidering on the entire shoe.
And directly after the success of the Adidas one, because these were like, I don't think they resold for anything crazy. Maybe they did, but like it was talked about a lot in the sneaker world. And it was pretty well known that this was a thing. So it's like,
well, and she passed away too. It was like a second wave when that happened, like a month after they dropped.
And
I don't know.
Just why? I don't know. It's gross.
Intentionally kept these out of. It's probably
good.
Out of the sneakers dropping this week. I saw them on the list, and I was like, I'm not covering it. And that's the only time I've ever done that. You can rely on my weekly series of shoes dropping this week, but I could not get myself to talk about these. Or I could have talked about them and ripped them, but I was just, I was too pissed about it. So
I wouldn't have. Good for you. Good for you. If they doing scummy shit, we ain't talking about it.
No. Every episode, got to talk Travis Scott. It seems like we got more Jumpman, Spray Cactus. These are throw up on a shoe.
Yep, fine.
Gross.
Switch up the materials or something, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Not a fan. I don't like them.
Pass.
$200 is outrageous too. I hope they sit on shelves.
Same, but they never will. They never will.
Ooh, I have not seen this yet. Concepts New Balance. Tell me about this, Seth.
Dude. Dion Point posted this photo the other day. It just kind of, I guess they got their first order in of their new 1906. I think it's the U model. So it's the panels are a little different. It has more of an exaggerated toe box covering like around your toe, but I just think these look so cool, dude. They really remind me of the C notes with the tans, the dark blue, the whites. Like it's gonna be a cool pair. I need them, but not much else is known. He just posted this on Instagram the other day.
Are we gonna get to a point where there's too many 1906s dropping?
I feel like we've already gotten there, but to be fair, I mean, most of them are pretty unique. There's, I mean, you could say, I guess, some of them do look fairly similar when you're going to more of like the metallic route. Like when you look at the up there pair that I have that's just all metallic, it's like, okay, you're not really going to know it's different from anything else. But even with the GRs they've done, they've looked pretty unique. Like we talked about the metallic blue, metallic purple with the yellow on the heel. Yep. They look like a collab. These look pretty different. Action Bronson definitely stand out. So I would say, yeah, they're kind of overdoing it. But, you know, a lot of them are limited too. You can't get all of these for retail.
Yeah,
so
we don't really get stock numbers on stuff like this.
Yeah.
I think we'll get to... We're not to the point of Travis stuff where a new 1906 comes out and we're like, oh, that's not different.
Yeah.
This is completely different than anything I've seen before.
And there's different versions too.
Yes.
There's the
which I have no idea.
Many notable. Yeah. There's very subtle differences with like the overlay panels, laces, stuff like that. But I mean, you had the not the protection pack, which was very different. You had the U's, the R's, the D's. I don't know the difference between any of those, but like, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I'm here for it. I feel like they're going to slow down next year, and they just wanted to push out a ton of pairs.
They'll pump a different model.
Yeah, which they always do. Because, I mean, the year before this was the 2002R. This year was 1906. Next year will be something else. And it's fine by me. Maybe it'll be the 1000. It's cool. Gives a lot of brands an opportunity to just be creative and work on a sneaker that's new-ish and hasn't seen, I guess, every colorway under the sun on it. Mm-hmm. So it lets the collaborators actually create a shoe that they think is cool. That's me.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, they're sick. I think that's it on those. Do you want to dive into some sneakers that are releasing this month?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What website do you typically use? I'm curious.
I bounce around. I use all three essentially. All four.
Because there's differences.
Soul Savvy.
There's differences on all of them, man.
Sneaker News, Nice Kicks, House of Heat. Let me log into my. Here's Soul Savvy. Shout out Soul Savvy. Maybe you guys could sponsor the podcast.
Please.
A lot better layout. Here's a free ad for Soul Savvy. If it works here. Oh, those are July 1st. Okay. So when you get a shoe that drops, shows active raffles, stuff you can do to get them.
I like that.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Can you zoom in on them more a little bit on the side?
Yeah, you can see where they're dropping. You can see all the raffles. You can enter them all from here. Stuff about them. You can put in the keywords. So if you put in the keyword of New Balance 1000, then you'll get notifications to your phone anytime one goes available. So,
oh, that's slick.
Yeah, it's super nice. You should. I'll get you linked in with the team get you working with it because it's super handy. All right, so stuff dropping. I already covered some of this stuff in my series, but we got Blueprint series from Nike. Nothing special about it. It's just they look like blue and red with the little hidden details on them. They did 5 different models: Alpha Flies, GT Cut 3s, Hustle 3s, Invincible 3s, Pegasus 41s.
They went hard.
Kit dropped a couple of shoes today.
What did you think about those? They're not my favorite New Balance models.
Not my favorite. I had access to them. I didn't go for them.
Yeah. I got the notification for like the raffles.
1300s and 580s. 580s are not bad. I didn't even look at them. I saw a quick little thing on them and I was like, I don't need them.
Yeah.
I just haven't, I'm not buying shoes. Like I'm trying to sell shoes. So it's like.
Oh, by the way, update on eBay.
I've actually been keeping an eye on your page. So
let's see. I've sold 17 pairs in 2 weeks. Not bad.
How have you shipped those? Have you shipped them?
Yeah. Just through, USPS. I got boxes.
Good deal.
So I just ship them out. It's been like 2 a day, if not 3, which has been so nice. And now I finally have closet space, which is amazing. So I'm about to start shifting all these boxes that are up on the side into the closet. And when I do that, finally redo this little backdrop behind me, switch it up a little bit. So I'm excited. I just don't feel as cluttered anymore. But next up, what do we have on the 5th? Because this will drop on the 5th around that time.
5th, we got the Nike Dunk City Attacks Nothing. 6th, we have
the First in Flights. Those are cool.
Flights. Yep, the women's First in Flight highs. Very achievable if you want to get them. They're
probably going to sit, but it's a cool pair.
Yep. Opium Paris Jordan Airship.
Those were cool too.
Not a fan of them. Weird color blocking.
True.
Up there, Asics.
I wanted to like these more.
Too like
if I was gifted a pair, I would wear them. As like just a going out and about shoe, but as a shoe that I would go out and buy myself for $180, it's not really speaking to me. Yeah, but huge fan of what Up There has been doing, and I think this may be their first Asics collab. I could be wrong, but maybe. But I know they've been doing a lot with New Balance, so.
Some more New Balance 1000s, ACG Rufuses, and a Sequoia colorway. We got more Union Field Generals dropping. The Sunders, Air Max Sunders are dropping.
What is 180 is the retail price? It's a little higher than I thought it was going to be.
They can do whatever they want. I
know.
I think that's too high for these, but
I just don't know if there's that much of a demand.
I think these are a 140, 160 shoe all day.
I agree.
I'm not paying 180 for these. I'm not. When they go on sale for 120 on the Nike app, I will buy a pair, maybe.
I mean, I may try for a pair on Nike and just see, because I just want to check them out and review them at the end of the day. So it's just a very curious looking shoe.
Not my favorite, but not bad. PSA 8s in the black and clear colorway.
Do you want to talk about your Field General experience, or is that hush hush with the Union Field Generals?
Oh, hush hush. I'll keep that on the DL.
That's fair.
Summarize, I bought a pair of Union Field General samples, and there was the person that I bought them from bought them legit and everything like that, but the person that they bought them from, and then it was 3 or 4 hands before me. The original source of them, there was some scuffling about how they were acquired. So
cool shoe though. 120.
Yep, it's a good
Wow.
price. 120 is a good price. I don't like this black and tan colorway. I like the white and orange, but it's not bad.
I don't know which one's my favorite because I do really like this black and tan one, but at the end of the day, it's like I don't know. I don't know. I think they're both cool, but back to those PS8s. Let me check those out because I have not seen those.
I'm
All
surprised this
black.
black colorway is dropping before the pair that
Yeah.
you had.
What is that even about? These are sick. This is what I wanted the shoe to look like. It's great. I mean, it's just all black, suede with the fly net, clear outsole. Sign me up.
Not
I will be
bad.
going for those
It's all
all
right.
day. I mean, just to skate. Don't really matter.
Action Bronson 1906s. You're never gonna be able to cop a pair, so
I'm not even going for them.
the drop
like,
was such a blunder. It was
yeah,
an L. It was ridiculous.
yeah,
Talked about that actually. Field
sucks.
trip recording Asics.
I like these. I think
No,
we talked
what the
about that.
hell? No,
I,
these are gross, bro.
I like them.
All
I don't
blue
know why.
outsole, all lime green upper with black heel. No, thank you. That's gross.
It's hard to wear. It's one of those you got to just
Um,
have shorts and or like black shorts, and that's like the shoe speaks for itself.
I don't know what these are. Air Max Plus TNPO Wolf Grays.
Okay,
Ugly.
ugly. Yeah,
I'm just
it's a
voicing
weird
my
one.
thoughts. I mean, I don't think it's that cool. We got some Air Max 90 Racer Blues. We got some Dunks. Another colorway of Sabrina 2s. These kind of look nice. The Conductor, light
I
blue
don't mind that.
colorway. Yeah,
I
that's
don't
not
mind
bad.
it.
I like that.
Icy blue. What was
We
below it?
got
Is that a
some
footscape?
Footscapes.
Um, that one's not terrible.
I could see you rocking those. I
It's
know
not
you were
as like,
talking about maybe getting a pair.
yeah, it's not as loud. Oh, it's denim too. That's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
those are interesting. That would be a conversation starter pair.
If it was sitting on the shelf, I would totally get a pair. Dude, one of Anna's friends, Annabelle, she found a pair of, I don't know where she got them. It was probably like Plato's Closet or something, but a pair of just old footscapes that she has been rocking for a minute
Oh,
now.
really?
And she came over the other day rocking them, and I was like, "Oh,
Hmm.
I like those." And she's like, "Yeah,
That's not the new pair.
these are my Nike Wovens. I found them on sale." And I was like, "Let me show you these." And I showed her the Unions, and she was like, "Oh, I need that." And then she saw our video of talking about all the sneakers coming out and the footscapes were on there, and she said, "I see my Wovens. I need a new pair." So she is a big fan. So I just thought it was funny. She had no idea.
That's fun.
Gotta
That's
love
fun to
it,
find
man.
pairs like that at the thrift.
Yeah, these are cool.
Adidas Crazy Infinity Chalk. I have a pair of these right now. Early.
Do you?
Champ sent me them. Very interesting. I've not had a pair of these yet, but this colorway is very off-white
Yeah,
vibes. Um,
I don't
nice.
mind them.
Grab
It's not a
these.
shoe that I could ever rock or pull off, probably just because they're pretty wide. Like it's a big shoe. I've seen them in person, held them in hand, but I like the way they look a lot for some reason.
Better picture of these. These are very Yeezy off-white vibes.
Oh yeah. See, I don't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind that one
yeah,
bit.
they're. I've kind of like been. Do I like this model? Do I not? And then I got those in. I like them. This model only, really, just
Dude,
the design of it's super me, super
during
simple.
All-Star weekend, Dez wore a triple black pair the entire weekend. Like that was
Really?
his shoe and he
They're
loved them.
big. They're
Yeah.
chunky. I'll tell you that.
And he's a super tall dude, so I'm like it fits what he's rocking and I'm like I can't do this.
Yeah, fair enough.
Too bad.
Cat in the Hat, Rivalry Lows, Alma Manir
Mm.
Jordan 3s, Black Colorway, July 18th.
That's sooner than I expected actually.
Very soon. We haven't seen
Yeah.
anything from Alma Manir in a minute. 225 retail, pass.
True. Yeah. Quality's good in hand, I will say, but you know, if you're into it, you go for it.
Book ones, new pair of book ones, Lilac Bloom. I didn't think we'd be getting any book ones recently, but
Yeah.
this is like what the metallic purple pair that he had as a PE should have been.
Yeah.
Keep the swoosh, keep the top panel metallic, everything else white, but they dyed it purple. So pass.
Yeah. And they've been kind of sitting, dude. Every time I go to the mall, I
The
see
snakeskin sap.
multiple colorways, and I like that just because they're more accessible. But mm. Oh, those
Trocadero Garden
SBs,
SBs.
clean.
Jordan 3 Women's WNBA.
Oh
Actual
yeah, we
WNBA.
talked about those when like they leaked, right? We were like, or no, you said I don't see anything WNBA about this, but all right.
There still is nothing like this is looks like Navy SEAL core
Yeah,
camo. Like what's WNBA about this? But
it's fine.
It's all right. What else? What else? Soul Savvy, if you're listening, you gotta fix your. I gotta scroll every time I click off something.
Yeah, that is kind of annoying, right?
Air Safari OGs. What are these? They look like golf shoes, but ugly.
They do look like golf shoes. That's kind of funny.
Not a
It's all
fan of
right.
those.
It's all right.
Speaking about golf shoe. Oh, I thought those were golf shoes. Jordan 1 Low OG
The Barons,
Barons.
those are cool. They're gonna sit,
All right.
but
Nigel's talked a ton about these, hyped about those. This one I'm gassed up about. I don't think this is right. I think the lows are dropping.
So JD
Maybe
Sports
wrong.
hit me up an hour before we recorded, and they're sending me a pair of these because they're dropping on the
JD?
20th. Yeah, and it was the high top that they sent me a photo of. But when I looked it up, I saw the low top, so I was like, I'm a little confused. But
Bummer. Yeah, they got to just drop the lows. We've talked about that.
I know. I do. I mean, the highs in that all black with the MX.
Yeah,
Do look.
yeah,
It
I
does
like
look
them.
really cool. I will say.
These are cool. We talked about these.
Yeah.
Lot to them. The Jordan 39 soles.
Cool shoe. Nothing like real aesthetically different about them, in my opinion, but it's cool. Cool silhouette. Some Jacquemus Air Max 1s.
Couple of those, red and white. Alpha Fly 3s, Dunklo Safari 3s, PSA 8 Safaris or Olympics, what they're calling them.
It's crazy that the PS8s are cheaper than the Dunk lows, in my opinion. Just with the amount of tech that's in them and Dunk lows.
50 all day. But
yeah. And, I applaud them for making it 130 because that's...
maybe they're trying to get people in it. I mean, there's no skate... And you're more plugged into the skate community than I am, but like there's no skate shoe that you're wearing because it's hands down better than everything else performance wise. Like it's totally a fit and feel and style type thing. So
it's
if they're
different
trying to
for everyone.
That's like, all right, this is like starting something new in skating footwear.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to get people wearing it.
Do it. I'm here for it.
More LeBrons, more above the cloud. Asics, Jordan 4 Paris's.
That's a pretty decent month, dude. Oh, those new Bad Bunnies?
Gazelles in an off-white color. Ooh.
I've seen a lot of people talking about these.
So it's the San Juans that just came out, but it's black, white, and sail.
Yeah, dude.
It's bonito.
I've seen multiple people say like these are sleeper sneakers of the year. Maybe not sneaker of the year, but it's like it's up there for sure. And I mean, quality looks great.
Quality looks stellar.
I don't see why not, man. I still want that San Juan pair. Those look so cool.
Yeah, other than that,
nothing. I mean, like it's a pretty stacked month, in my opinion. A lot of good Jordans, a lot of good New Balance, Asics, basketball shoes.
Not too shabby. Too shabby.
I dig it. Well, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you all for listening as always. Charlie, tell them to subscribe and leave comments and stuff. YouTube. Yeah. That's the important thing.
Yes.
Yeah. But appreciate it, guys, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Mm-hmm.